From the Jake Lindsay Studios in Warrington, England, this is Series 2 of The Jake Lindsay Show. Now, here he is, the man himself, Jake Lindsay. Welcome to episode 3 of The Jake Lindsay Show. So, what's happened this week? Miami Police Department have decided to raise awareness of autism by releasing this new Autism Awareness Police car. And the Lindt chocolate factory in Switzerland had a malfunction with its ventilation system, sending a fine cloud of cocoa over the nearby town. Following the conclusion of the police interviews, seems like nobody was angry about it. What have I got on the show for you this week? My friend and ASDA Birchwood staff member Niall Williamson will be coming on to the programme to talk about how the supported internship got him his full-time position. He'll also be talking about working during lockdown. And Amy Groves will be here to perform for us. The big issue, yeah. My big issue for this week is Super League and COVID-19. I think it's getting ridiculous now that fans still aren't allowed back into their stadiums, even though netball, football, basketball, speedway and horse racing are all allowing fans back in. It's outdoors. Come on, government, get it right. Secondly, why aren't the players staying in COVID-secure hotels like they do in the NRL? It's really pathetic. And thirdly, the fines are getting pathetic as well for sharing equipment. It's getting really silly. All because we're allowing players to do their own thing. This week's guest is Niall Williamson, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Niall.
Yeah, all right, mate.
How are you finding lockdown?
How am I finding lockdown? Better now than it started. Now that things have been eased, it's at least not 100%, but we're getting there.
So, for the viewers who might not know you, you were in the Warrington Guardian for a specific reason, weren't you?
Yes, I was all the way back in March. I was in the Guardian because I continued to work at ASDA during lockdown.
So now that you've had the chance of taking part in the supported internship, which was why you were in the Guardian, would you recommend it to other people?
Yeah, definitely. They've helped me out so much. I know you're joining it in September, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they got me this job. They've helped me out a lot. I'd recommend it to anybody. If you've got learning difficulties like myself, you know, they'll try their best to get you the job that you want. But even if they don't, they'll probably get you a job just as good, maybe even better than you thought.
How does working for such a large and famous company make you feel?
I'm not really, in my point of view, a job's a job. It's just depends on, it is what it is. I'm not really fussy about what the company is. I mean, ASDA is a very famous company, but I'd probably be the same working at something like Tesco's or Morrison's,
What has it been like to work for one of the major supermarket brands during the pandemic? Like, have there been changes such as testing, revised shifts?
In terms of revised shifts, I'm not for me anyway. But it's been during the beginning of the pandemic, very, very, very busy, very more busy than you could believe. Literally, I work in the home and leisure department. Where's that? Yeah, I work in home and leisure, and I had to be moved from that department for a brief period because there was just that department was dead. I had to go on to cleaning the stock, not the stock, like the cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
You put things in. Yeah, I had to, during that period, what I had to do was just take those cardboard boxes and just put them in the bin because there were so many of them because people were taking the stuff out of them. It was mad. And of course, toilet paper. If you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It was a mad, mad time. Like, I'm shocked I survived it. But, as I said before, things have gotten a lot easier now. So it's not as hectic as it once was before.
Did that madness affect you because obviously you've got learning disabilities? Like, did you find it over noisy? And
I think I probably handled it a lot better than I thought because I hate I don't know what you're like, but I hate crowds of people. It really, really stresses me out. But I tried my best to just get on with it, because I knew it's not going to be forever. And I just thought I'd be more proud of myself if I just get it done, do the work, and just it'll be over soon. Well, I don't know if it will be over soon, but I just get to it.
Going back to the beginning of the pandemic, what was it like when the shelves began to empty quickly because of all the panic buying?
It was it made sense. I mean, I personally think the reason that we of all this panic buying was because I think people were scared of a full lockdown, and I mean like we would not be able to leave our houses type of lockdown.
Yes.
I think people were genuinely scared of that happening, and it's understandable, to be fair, but I think that was a worry. Like, how's it going to go? And the panic buying, I think it got a little bit ridiculous, especially when it got to toilet paper. When it came to toilet paper, it got a bit ridiculous. But I understood why people were getting really scared. I was too. I'm sure you were as well.
Finally, do you think ASDA has enough stock should another wave arise with the flu coming out at winter time?
Well, we're not really sure what's going to happen in the future, mate. I'd imagine we'd be more stocked now than we would be at the beginning. But, ASDA's a huge place, so we're not short of stock,
Well, thank you very much, Niall.
Oh, yeah, no problem, yeah, mate. It's been a good interview, yeah.
Niall Williamson, everybody! Now we take a trip to Positivity Corner. Positivity Corner. The BBC told us this week about an endangered red panda that was born in Bedfordshire back in June. It's now the size of a tiny puppy. Thank you so much for that, Jake. That was so positive. Now crack out the booze and get yourself into party mode, because it's time for Take to the Stage! Take to the Stage. You may have seen this week's guest performer live on Facebook during the 8 PM clap for our carers. She's one of Warrington's finest young performers. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Miss Amy Groves!
Standing on a platform, watching you go. It's like no other pain I've ever known. To love someone so much, to have no control. You said I want to see the world, and I said go. But I think I'm lost without you. I just feel crushed without you. 'Cause I've been strong for so long, I never thought how much I needed you. But I think I'm lost without you. Strangers rushing past, just trying to get home. You were the only safe haven that I've ever known. Hits me at full speed, feel like I can't breathe, and nobody knows this pain inside me. My world is crumbling. watching you go. You said I wanna see the world, and I said go.
Amy Groves, everybody! Give it up for everybody you've seen on this episode. Niall Williamson and Amy Groves. I'll be back next week with Phil Walker and Sasha Nicole. See you next week. Be kind to one another. Bye bye. The Jake Lindsay Show. Thanks for watching. The Jake Lindsay Show. Hope to see you again. The Jake Lindsay Show. The Jake Lindsay Show. Thanks for watching. The Jake Lindsay Show. Hope to see you again. The Jake Lindsay Show.